Namaskar, everyone. To everyone who is joining in the hall, and also to those of you online, Namaskar. My name is Sri Devi, and a warm welcome to our healing circle this afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. Of course, it's a joy to be with all of you, especially in this sacred period of the 40 days. And as we get a chance to do some of these beautiful practices together of movement, of engaging the prana, working the body, tapping into the subtle energy, and allowing it to flow and tap into the physical, we have a real opportunity to engage and also use the teachings that we would have been hearing about in these sacred days. For example, day 35, tapping into that wonderful infinite energy inside and translating that into co-creating with the divine energy in all that we do, every breath that we take, every movement that we make. And also co-creating with each other in this space, truly enjoying the feeling of being with one another in this way. It's not by chance that we are all here together. And as we do this, taking a real look at the pranas. Guru spoke about the 5 pranas that flow in our system. And here we use prana, that life force energy, seeing how it flows in our system, really engaging ourselves and being more and more aware in all that we do. So, in this first segment, we will engage in some pranayama, that means a regulation of the life force energy, a little bit of movement to help clear and cleanse the energy channels inside. And this will be followed by more subtle energy exercises with Krishna Priya, again, before our Shiva Mahimnah as a gift to us all with our Guruji, Sri Vasudeva. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining in, and let's begin. So as we start, let's close our eyes and just come into a quiet space for a few moments. That means letting go of any thoughts of the day so far, any thoughts of the future, and really being in the here and in the now. Let's use some of the tools that we know to help pull us into the present moment. That could be using the breath, exhaling slowly and gently through the mouth if that's comfortable for you. Inhaling deeply into this feeling of lightness, taking the prana up. And just breathing out gently again. Allowing the nervous system to calm down in this moment. Feel free to use the hands as a guide. And even as we breathe gently, we give attention to all that is happening in our space. Taking stock of the physical body, maybe making some adjustments to sit a little bit more comfortably. Continuing to engage the breath. Allowing us to see what is happening in our emotional space, opening up to feelings of love, peace, and togetherness. also tapping into this wonderful collective energy. It's already existing in the space with all of us together. And of course, bringing the breath, if we can, into the mental space. Feeling where our thoughts are. Bringing the breath to every part of us. Just allowing ourselves to feel more present as we breathe. Let's take a few more breaths in this way. Breathing all the way from our toes, all the way up to the crown. And as we take stock of how we feel, when you are ready, you can open your eyes. So, welcoming each other back into this space in this way. Now, I'm inviting everyone to come to a standing position. So, ensuring that we have enough comfortable space, let's begin by bringing the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. So we start with a little bit of grounding. That means on the left leg, we just pick the toes up, we spread them very wide, and then placing the toes, starting with the pinky toe, all the way back down towards the big toe. And we'll just do this a few times. So picking it up, using the breath, we're not forgetting to breathe. And then very slowly and consciously making contact with the ground. And doing this again, picking it up, spreading the toes nice and wide. And then toe by toe, placing it back down on the ground. Remember, as we do this, we are extremely conscious of every move that we make. One more time, picking it up, spreading the toes, and bringing it back down, toe by toe. Now, even if you observe in this little movement, there's already a difference in how we feel from the left foot to the right foot. So, bringing a sense of balance into our space, let's do this on the opposite side. So, picking the toes up, spreading them nice and wide, and then toe by toe, coming all the way down to the big toe. Let's continue. Now, even as we are moving, we're still conscious of our breath. See if we can synchronize the breath with our movements. For example, inhaling as we pick the toes up, and exhaling as we bring them down one by one. Let's do this a few more times. Once more. Feeling of groundedness entering our space, and when you are ready, you can relax. So perhaps you feel a little bit of heat starting in the soles of the feet. Maybe the body is getting a little bit warm. Again, the pranas are opening up and they flow. So we also give attention to how we feel in between each of the exercises. So pointing the toes, facing forward. Again, keeping them spread nice and wide. Here we will engage a little bit down into the body by micro-bending the knees and tilting the pelvic region towards the floor. So what that's doing is as we engage all of the muscles together, we have this really strong feeling of being rooted down into the earth. Can we feel that if we observe that in this moment? There's a connection now with the ground. Feeling of strength in our body. Now, even as we move, as we breathe, as we hold this infinite consciousness in our space, we engage the heart. Whatever the inner guide is telling us or prompting us, we hold this in our space even as we act in and through the body. So the first exercise will be our cleansing breath, a good way to cleanse the lungs of any stale oxygen, stale prana, and work through any blockages in the nadis themselves or the energy channels. So this happens as we engage. We inhale, bringing the arms up. And as we exhale, a deep exhalation through the mouth. Doing this together, we enjoy the inhale. And we pause in between. Let's continue. Guruji reminds us that this is so much more than just a simple inhalation and exhalation. Here we are working with the pranas, prana into apana, and that pause in between. Remember, there's joy in working with the body and bringing all of these systems together. And just a few more. Last one. Let's take a deep breath in. And a relaxed exhale. Deep breath in. And just for a moment, we keep our eyes closed and observe how we feel. Notice how the energy is flowing within. Notice how we are responding. Notice what is happening at every level. And we tap into the inner guide to take us even further as we practice. Opening ourselves to intuition. when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so engaging the body a little bit more. So in our last session, we would have done the breath of fire. And again, that is short, sharp inhalations and exhalations into the core. Today, we're going to add a little bit of dynamism as we do this, also for some gentle stretching of the spinal column. So, coming a little bit forward. Now, as we do this, we're going to bring our fingertips together in front of the chest. So, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay, we take an inhale here, just to show you. And as we exhale, using that same pumping action, side to side, we exhale towards the back. So it'll look like this. Okay, so again, joining into that group synergy, opening the heart, sustaining the practice so we really get into the feeling of the practice and allowing ourselves to go as deep as we can. Okay, so bringing the fingertips together, keeping the core engaged, the lower body locked. And we'll start with an exhalation through the mouth. Still grounded into the body. Let's open up the heart. Take a deep inhale. And let's begin. Staying together, let's continue. And slowing down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come together again. Let's exhale slowly. Let's take a deep breath in. With a gentle exhale. One more. And closing our eyes and simply observing how we feel. Automatically, the hands go to the core to try to lock in some of that energy, that prana, and store it into this area. Now, even as we take notice, are we still grounded in the body? Are we feeling energized in the core? Are we feeling gentle in the heart, happy to practice? Do we feel like we are doing these practices alone? Or is this being done with the inner energy, the Kundalini Shakti, the infinite energy in which we all exist? When you are ready, you can open your eyes. So a lot of that prana not only influenced to the lower body, but also allowed the heart and the chest to open up and to flow even more. Now we will do alternate nostril bhastrika. That allows us to not only engage the breath into the upper body once again, but to push the prana all the way down to the lower body as well. So just to show you what this will look like, the inhale is passive and relaxed. The exhalation is forceful through one side of the nostril. What this allows us to do is really build that control over the prana and the oxygen. So if you are new to these practices and there's a tendency to feel a little bit dizzy when we take in a lot of oxygen, go slowly. And we don't take the hands up too high, depending on how you feel. For others, you can take the hand right up. But for those who are trying to manage the level of oxygen into the system, we bring the hand up just to below the shoulder level. Now, this is also called bellows breathing because there's no pause in between the inhale and the exhale. So we try to stay together in this group synergy and flow even as we do this. Really enjoy the feeling of inhaling all of this oxygen into the upper and then pushing it right back down towards the toes even and filling ourselves with this exciting, fresh prana together. Okay, so we start by closing the left nostril, again engaging ourselves deeply down into the lower body, and we use the hands as a guide. The knees are micro bent, okay, and the pelvic region is tilted towards the ground. So we start by exhaling fully through the mouth. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's begin. See if we can get into that feeling of continuous flow. Prana into apana. Last three. Last two. Last one. Let's release. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling through the mouth. One more deep breath in. We just relax for a moment. I'm sure you feel a difference between left side and right side. Maybe we even feel the prana flowing on one side versus the other. It's good just to observe. Again, the inner energy is also showing us. Okay, so in the way of balance, we must do the opposite side. So let's close the right nostril. Again, grounding back down into the body. Let's begin by exhaling through the mouth. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's begin. Really enjoy the inhale. Feel the power of the exhale. We're supercharging the system. Staying focused. Loving. Held in the energy. Last 3. Last one. Release, take a deep breath in. And one more. Let's have a seat. And close our eyes just for a moment. Now notice how the prana is flowing. The subtle energy currents. Notice the difference in how we feel. We give gratitude to the space, that infinite energy, the Kundalini Shakti, the space that is held in the Master. We give gratitude to each other for sharing this space, even in these sacred days, and preparing ourselves in this moment for the deepening of these subtle energy exercises, and holding gratitude in our beings for coming together in this way. Thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart for sharing in these sacred practices. I now invite Krishna Priya for the second segment and the deepening of this energy and this consciousness even as it flows in and through the body. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar everyone, and a very warm welcome to this part of our healing circle. Thank you so much, Sri Devi, and everyone that really co-created such a beautiful space of healing, recharging, and boosting up as those practices that you have done using pranayama, grounding exercises would have helped you to stay in the body and yet open to the energy from the subtle from within. In this segment, I'm going to take a step towards energy cultivation. Also, Qigong exercises does. It's Qi, it's prana, it's energy, and Gong means a skill working with or cultivating. It's good also in our practices, not only to open up to this but also to learn how to in different parts of our the bodies and the chakras. So I'm inviting you now to again stand up as you open up to this energy flow, to come into a standing posture, grounding yourself in the body as Sri Devi would have taken you through, tap into the toes, connect you to the earth. I'm inviting you also to find the point between the balls of the foot, that squishy point between the ball of the foot here as you squeeze the toes, and ground that energetic point is the kidney 1 point into the ground as you are a tree and root down to the earth. Now also I'm inviting you as you ground yourself to have the body open energetically to the energy channels. That means rather than bending from the knees, we are bending from the groin, from these levels of the body. Staying tall if you feel you want to stay more relaxed, but bend from here, dropping the perineum down and hook it a bit under as you also open all the joints in the body, relaxing the spine, open the meridians, open and relaxing the muscles, dropping the shoulders down, connecting this point to the heavenly energies, and also keeping the entire body and in flow. We stay for a little bit just to observe how it is to be relaxed and grounded in the body in the same time. Just observe and discover for yourself one force going down, connecting with the earth energy, and one going up, connecting with the heaven energy. And in between, it's us humans. As you stay and discover these alignments, fluidifying the joints, keeping your body loose and open, I will take you today to the practices of using these three forces, heaven, earth, and the humans, to cultivate energy and tap into more spiritual awakening and balancing and also cleansing. So just take a moment to observe your body in relationship with the earth, the upper forces, the spiritual forces, the higher mind, the intuitive mind, and your connection with this environment, with the planet, with all the human beings, in the middle, in the chest, in the middle dantian, in the heart area, having that connection, connecting upward to the crown and down into the earth. And slowly relax into the body and start slowing, coming on your toes as you push the palms to the back, stretching a bit the muscles and falling down with your body as you want to drop again, ground, and relax and release everything that are surfacing or are still blocked in your body, in your muscles. Enjoying grounding. Shoulders are down. We keep the same alignments. We push on our toes down, the palms to the back, and we drop and let go. We drop and let go like we have a big bag. We are dropping it down, so come on your toes and drop. Very beautiful. Now we start breathing into the dantian. Dantian breathing in Qigong, it's the balloon breathing. It's a bit different than in yoga, but has the same principles of relaxing the diaphragm. So as you keep body alignments between the heaven and earth, being grounded, being intuitive and connected, let's pulse here in front of the dantian, breathing in, opening the navel, around the navel, breathing out and slowly relaxing the belly. Breathe in and open. As a sponge, it's open more and more to the field of Qi. And as you breathe out, relax and come inward with the energy withdraw inward. Breathe in. Diaphragm slowly pushing down. Breathe out and diaphragm relaxes. We continue to do this, having the awareness that we are also tapping into the stomach, smaller, large intestine, as we do this. Important organs and energies for our grounding and digestive system, assimilation, spleen that also transports the qi and transforms the qi and the food and the liquids into energy for the entire body. So do this with awareness that you also move and breathe in your organs. How relaxed are you in your digestive system? How healthy you are in your digestive system, in your smaller and large intestine? How much energy or chi or fire in yoga you have or you can tap into to really nourish these organs and systems that help to nourish the entire body. And now we take the palms together, we make a fist, and now we go and massage and tap even deeper into these organs. We move the body as an unit. So as we lean on the side and front and down, we move the fist together and we go to the side and up. We do it clockwise. And here it's an invitation to connect with your stomach, spleen, and that organs that also take care of your nourishment as the Mother Earth energy. It's providing nourishment for the body and for the mind as well. Move it together with the breath, enjoying the movement, slow movement, pace movement, as you want to move your attention also inside as you do this. Not only move, but also be there with your energy, with your being. And now open the palms and start massaging and rotating. Big, big, and then starting smaller and smaller and smaller, placing one palm on top of the other. And as you come, smaller circles go around the navel and a bit lower where it's your dantian, and observe how the energy smoothens up, calms down, and gathers deeper into the dantian. Again, we do a big circle with the palms. And then coming smaller and smaller as we gather into the lower dantian, that it's inside of the navel, below the navel, 3 inches inside and below. And keep your palms there. You might observe a lot of heat between the body and your palms. We open up to the fire power into the digestive system. And we connect even more to the mother nourishing energy that takes care of us, nourishing us with food and all the nutrients that we need. And relax. And now we're going to use these practices of tapping into the lower dantian, into the earth energy, separating heaven and earth movement. This movement also helps us to tap into the upper force, the heaven force, and yet ground into the lower force. So with the palms here by the side, one palm from the chest level moves up and the other one from the ribs here, from the waist area below the ribs, it moves down. And lean a bit towards the side to compress that organ. In my case, I'm compressing the spleen here, and I want to breathe out to release anxiety and worries that this organ can hold. And I do some pumping with the palms, supporting, pressing the earth down, get energy from the heavens, support from the heavenly energies, and then squeezing here the spleen. Windmill the hands, slow, and again separating heaven and earth, lengthening now the spleen and compressing the liver, so stretching here the spleen, pulsing the spleen on the left side deep inside towards the stomach, connecting with the earth energies that supports stability that these systems of energy and organs are providing to us, to be grounded, to be rooted, to be stable, to be clear plans, clear goals. We want to pulse that energy into the stomach and spleen meridian to get the most benefit and balance the earth elemental energies in our body. And relax now. And now we come and pulse the ball that opens between the heaven and earth, between the palms. Palms are rounded, middle, center palm of the palms, center point of the palms facing together, in front of the lower dantian, pulsing like a fire. It's breathing into inside of our body. And to the side as well. And now we take this ball of energy, we shift the weight of the body on the left foot, and we point the right toe and turn towards the right foot and try to lift that right foot. Grounding energies gives us always in the body a stability that we can stay in one leg, or we can stay grounded. We don't shift, we don't buckle our knees, and yet we are very rooted, very clear-minded. And these exercises of balancing and stability helps us to ground into the earth elemental energies. Again, keep the weight on the bent foot and point the other toe as you pulse the chi. And observe, am I grounded enough? Am I rooted and yet expanded? I'm alert, clear-minded. An overthinking minded pollutes this system, energy system in our body, and takes us out from the balance energies that the earth can provide for us. So again, observe how you can stay low, ground, alert, vigilant, and come back to the center. Now we're going to move into water flowing exercise, connecting with our water element that resides in our kidneys. It's part of the lower dantian as well, in terms of energy cultivation. And what is beautiful about the water element and the kidney and bladder system in the body is that it calms the mind. So think about the water, how calm she is, and she always flows down. So here is the fountain movement, like a fountain. The water always goes down. No matter how you turn the water, she always wants to go down. So I do find that in our practices, spiritual practices, moving the energy down, grounding the center, it always helps to go and rise deeper into our spirit. And this is what Guruji is also encouraging us in our practices. The more we want to go up into the spirit, the more we have to come down into the murky waters to clean there. So think about your jing, your essence stored in the kidneys, the prenatal energy, very potent in many cases, and how we can nourish it through our food, through our good lifestyle, or we can deplete it through intensive sexual activity or not a balanced life. So here what we do now, we tap into that essence, water energy fluid. We tap into the kidney system. And here we want to connect with the earth energy, gather energy around the belt of Qi surrounding the lower dantian, coming into our lower dantian, circulate it, and again move it. Gather earth energy, root and connect, circulate towards girdle vessel surrounding the kidney system and all these organs here, bringing into the lower dantian, circulate, and again gather as you ground. And water, it's so, she always molds around the rocks and whatever meets in her life. So tap into that intelligent nature of the water. And here let's stir the girdle vessel. We move our hands around this vessel, surrounding our organs, energy system in the body. Keep your body front aligned as you turn the waist area slowly from the hip and observe the circular movement and calming nature of this movement. And now turn on the other side. And one more. And relax. And we go now into the microcosmic orbit movement, again invoking that water energy, rising and going down, rising up the spine and coming down in front of the body, and using the rooting power from the earth connection, a healthy and balanced stomach and spleen or meridian, tapping into the ball of the foot, connecting with the earth energy. The more we push down into the earth supports us, rising us up without making any effort. The crown is always connected with the heavenly energies, so do not please bend your heads from the crown down. And follow these two circles on the side of the body as you move like this. And now also you have a chance as you bend to connect with your kidneys at the back. The midline point between the kidneys, the door of life. As you move the spine and bend the body, you always target also the muscles and the organs there. So connect with your kidneys. Relax, and now we're gonna take the standing posture to cultivate energy into the lower dantian. As I was guiding you at the beginning, all of the foot connected with the earth energies, bending from here, from the groin and from these lines of the body, resting on the back of the knees. First pointing the hands down, letting the fingers drop, create space around here the armpits, drop the shoulders down, staying tall, chin on the chest, head hanging up, and now round the hands and embrace here the tree in front of the lower dantian. Again, let's observe our connection with the earth energy, supporting us, nourishing us, the stability that we feel in the body, in the mind. We are ungrounded when we process too much thoughts. We are not able to digest the thoughts. So as the mind becomes more clear, the stomach, spleen offer us nourishment. Think of nourishment into the lower dantian. Dantian means elixir, so we build chi there. As a bucket, we fill it with energy, we store it. Observe your connection with the heavenly energies, the spiritual energies, the earth energies, the Mother Earth energy. Having the heart open, smiling to the nature, feeling interconnected with the whole universe. Everything affects us, and we can affect everything. And now open your palms to the sides. As we want to gather more heart energy into our body, we rotate pinky finger together, back of the hands together, and we separate and we remove any stagnation that is in our heart, in our lives. So again, gather earth energies, connect with the earth, with your life purpose, embrace it in your heart and remove from the heart level anything that holds you to love, to be compassionate, to be a blessing to the world. We do it one more. Gather. And remove. And now open the arms like you open wings. Shoulders are down. Keep the hands open. In this standing meditation mudra, normally it's with the hands around the heart, but we have so much energy in our hearts that we are able to open it to others. This is also named the Uchi, emptiness standing meditation. The whole body is holding the energy field. That can only happen when we are totally aligned. We are totally fulfilled. We are totally in peace. And now we're gonna do the mudra of the upper dantian with the hands facing, shoulders down, facing in front, slowly rounded, as we hold our head area and head field in our palms, between our arms, nervous system really shaking in this arm. So that's when you gather a lot of chi. Sometimes you feel shaking or trembling, but you can relax and deepen your grounding. Observe what holds you back to be totally in oneness with the energy. with your dantians or with your three forces alignment, heaven, earth, and the entire world, the humans, the creatures, all the nature. And we move now the hands into the last mudra, one palms up and one palms down, connecting with the trusting channel, the center channel in our body, or the Sushumna Nadi, connected with yoga system. And we feel the more we have a clear mind, more connected to the divine, the more we feel grounded, life purpose is fulfilled, and all our needs are fulfilled. Heaven, earth, and I are one. If you can connect with your breath, the life force, try to ground it into the lower dantian. Observe if the chi rises up into the heart as a fire, bringing down, connect with the water, that water always flows down. Go more into the grounding. You can even bring the palm more down as you engage that grounding expression. If you feel good and balanced, you can even keep the palm more open to really feel more higher connection or more openness into the mental field as you ground down. We're gonna swing the hands slowly without disturbing the chi and the energy field. We mold and we move in an ocean of chi. Connect with your trusting vessel with the center channel in your body, inside the body, in your soul. Heaven, earth, and I are one in oneness. Ground the chi into the lower dantian. Next segment will be our beautiful chanting of Shiva Mahimnah Stotram in the presence of Guru. And even though it's an hymn of devotion and a lot of heart expression, we want to tap into the root energy, into the root of our voice at the base. So connect with your perineum there at the root and pump that energy up and down on the spinal channel, from the crown coming down into the root, clearing all the seeds of information there residing in your soul and in the body, and from the root moving up into the crown. As you pump this energy, you feel again the power of grounding in your feet into the earth energy as you rise up, and again ground down and balance here the yin and yang, or the dynamic forces and the nourishment forces in our body. One goes up and down. So in the same time as we ground, we can raise up, and as we are also grounding in our life, in the forces of light. Observe this. And we turn. Now here the yin and yang. Creating total balance between movement and also energy cultivation, meditation, withdrawing within, doing our spiritual practices and going more into the light. At the same time, we want to have balance with dynamic forces in our lives. As one pushing down, the other one raising up. There is a seed of yin in the yang and seed of yang in the yin. And at the peak of too much rajas or dynamic force will always be a down of needed to rest and withdraw. And then slide one palm up, one palm down. Palms are moving parallel. From the ring finger, there is a direction of the force going up as the other one is pushing down, and they meet in the center of the level of the heart. And as you see, there is not a stop point. There is always there in that gap, there is the intention to turn on the other side. This balances both hemispheres of the brain, keeping us with one eye inside and the other one in the world. And you can connect with the water element again, the wisdom of the water. Let's be like the water, so wise, and we are able to face anything that our lives offer us, and we are able even to shine the rocks in transforming in diamonds, beautiful pearls. And when you are ready, you can relax your legs and come with the energy in front of the navel, lower dantian again, pulsing there, lowering the breath. And the practice that I would like to invite you now, as we end our balancing energies, gathering forces, to beat the heavenly drums before Guruji. It's coming into making us become aware of the power of the chanting, the hearing, inside and outside. We're gonna place the palms on the ears, and I have to turn and show you, we're gonna beat here at the base of the skull and keep the palms on the ears and keep it pressed. We're gonna press 5 times. We're gonna bend the head down to nourish the brain more, and then when we come up, we just release. And that is very good for tinnitus and for the kidney, and also for any hearing issues, and it's taking us more into a deeper listening power. So slowly bend your body, slowly round from the sacrum there. If you have blood pressure issue, you don't need to lower the head so much. So let's press and start beating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press, come up, and open. Expand your hearing again. Press. We're gonna tap 7 times now. Press, bend, and tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep press and come up and release. Thank you, everyone. I'm inviting you to have your seats. And the session was a prayer for ourselves, the entire universe, was a connection and creating balance. But let's now gather our hearts, minds, and vital forces from the soul to connect with those that really needs and require healing forces, healing chi. Request it here. Let their needs be fulfilled in according with the divine will. Let the Mother Earth nourish their bodies. Let the heavenly energies nourish their spirit. And let their heart be full of gratitude for as it is. And also we are embracing the entire universe, connection and union in our hearts. On peace, peace, peace. Everyone, and now inviting with great joy Guruji to take us into a in his presence. Namaskar, Guru.
Namaskar everyone and welcome to our Shiv Mahimnah Stotram chanting on day 35 of our 40-day retreat. So we're counting down, and next week, Thursday is where we end the 40 days. So let's enjoy every day of these final days. Of course, it's a wonderful treat to chant the Shiv Mahimnah Stotram, and we welcome all those of you who are joining us via the internet. And a joy always to chant with all of you. So, we begin. Om Namah Parvati Pataye Hara 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 Mahadev Gajananam Bhutaganad Sevitam Kapetha Jambo Phalacharu Bhakshanam Uma Sutam Sho Kavinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwarapada Pankajam Sri Pushpadanta Uvacha Mahimnah Paramte Paramavidusho Yaja Sadrishi Stutir Brahmadina Apitadavasanna स्वैगिरः मपधिगृह्णान् ममाप्येष स्तोत्रे अतीतः पन्तानं तव च महिमापान्मनसयो अतद्व्यावृत्यायं चकितमभिधत्ते त्रुतिरपि कस्य विषयः मधुस्फीतवाचः परममृतं निर्मितवतस्तव ब्रह्मन् किं वा अपि सुरगुरुर्विस्मयपदम् तां वाणी तन्पुण्येन भवतः तवैश्वर्यं यत्तज् जगदुदय रक्षा प्रलयकृत् त्रयीवस्तु व्यस्तं तिसृषु गुणभेन सुतनुषु रमणीयं रमणीयम् किमिह किं कायः स खलु किमुपाय त्रिभुवनं किमाधारो धाता त्रिजतु किमुपादान इति च अजन्मनो लोकः किमवयवन्तोऽपि जगताम् अधिष्ठातारं किं भवविधिरनाद्रेत्य भवति त्रैसंख्यं योगः पशुपतिमतं वैष्णवमिति प्रभिन्ने प्रस्थाने परमिदमदः पत्यमिति च नानापतचुषम् महुक्षखड्वान्गं परशुरजनं भस्मफणिनः कपालं चेति यत् तव वरदतन्त्रोपकरणम् ध्रुवं कश्चित् सर्वं सकलमपरास्त्व ध्रुवमिदं परो द्रव्ये जगति करते व्यस्त विषये तवैश्वर्यमियत्ना यदुपरिविरिञ्चिर् हरिरथा परिच्छेतुमियात्ता अनलमनलस्कन्धवपुषः अयत्नादपदीय त्रिभुवनमपेरव्यतिकरं दशाश्यो यद्बाहु हवृतरनखण्डो परवशान् अमुष्य त्वत्सेवा समधिगतसारं भुजवनं बलात्कैलासेऽपि त्वदधिवसता विक्रमायतः शिरसि यद्रिदिहिं सूत्रं नो वरद परमोच्चैरपि सति अधश्चक्रेबाणः परिजनविधेय त्रिभुवनः अखंड ब्रह्मांड क्षयचकित देवासुर कृपा विधेयस्य सीर्यस् त्रिनयन विषम संहृतवतः असिरहर्तनैव क्वचिदपि सदेवासुरनरे निवर्तन्ते नित्यं जगति जयनो यस्य विशिखः महीपदघाता व्रजति सहसा संशयपदं पदं विष्णोर्भ्राम्यद् भुजपरिघरुग्नग्रहगणम् व्यपितारा गणगुणितपेनोद्गमरुचिः प्रवाहो वारम्य पृषटलघुदृष्टा शिरसि ते रतशोनियन्ता शतधृतिरघेन्द्रो तन्नुरतो रताङ्गे चन्द्रावकौ रतचरणपाणि शरैति हरिस्ते सहस्रं कमलबलिमादाय पदयो यते खूने तस्मिन् निजमुदहरन्नेत्रकमलम् कृतौ शुप्ते जागृत् त्वमसि फलयोगे क्रतुमतं क्वकर्म प्रद्वस्तं फलति पुरुषाराधनमृते क्रिया दक्षो दक्षः क्रतुपतिरधीशास्तनुभृतं ऋषीणामर्त्वेज्यं शरणदसदास्य सुरगणः प्रजानाथ नाथ प्रसवमपिकं स्वं दुहितरं गतमुरो हिद्भूतं रिरमै शुभ्रस्य शवपुषा Yadyapi Swalavanya Shamsa Dhritadhanushamahnayatrinavat Pura Plushtam Drishva Puramathana Pushpa Yudhamapi Smashaneshvakrida Smarahara Pishacha Sahacharas Chitabhasmalepaha Dragapindrikaroti Parikaraha Mana pratyakshite Priyadaksho Mana Pratyakshite Savidhammahataya Tamarutaha Prahyaruromanaha Pramadasalilotsangitadrishaha Tvamarkas Tvam Somas Tvamasi Pavanas Tvam Utavahas Tvamapas Tvam Vyoma Tvamudharaniratma Tvamiticha Trayim Tisro Vritti Tribhuvanamato Trena Pisura Nakara Jeravarne Tribira Viradhatirna Vikriti Bhava Sharvo Rudraha Pashupatirato Graha Sahamaham Stata Bhimeshana Vityada Vidhana Shtakamidam Deva Srutirapi Namo Netishaya Priyadapradadishaya Chanamo Namakshudishaya Smarahara Mahishaya Chanama Bahalarajase Vishvotpatav Bhavaya Namo Namaha Prabalatamase Tatsamhare Haraya Namo Namaha Sadvodriktam Hridaya Namo Namaha Shaparinati Cheta Kleshavasham Kvachedam Puchata Baguna Simo Langhini Shaspadridhi Asatagiri Samamsya Kajalam Sindhu Patre Surataru Varashaka Lekhane Patra Murvi Asura Sura Munindre Archita Sindhu Maule Gratita Guna Mahimno Nirgunasyeshvarasya Pushpadanta Vidano अहरहरन भद्यं धूर्जते स्तोत्रमेतत् पतति परमभक्त्या शुद्धचित्तपुमन्यः दीक्षा दानं तपस्तीर्थं योगयागादिका क्रियः असमाप्तमिदं स्तोत्रं पुण्यं गन्धर्वभाषितम् महेशान परो देवो महिम्नो न परस्तुते कुसुम कुसुम कुसुमदसन कुसुमदसन सर्वगन्धर्वराज शिशुसधर मौले देवदेवस्य दास सुरवरमुनिपूज्यं स्वर्गमोक्षैकहेतुं पतति यदिमनुष्यः प्राञ्जलिर्नान्यचित त्रिपुष्पदन्तमुखपङ्कजनिर्गतेन स्तोत्रेण किल्बिषहरेण हरप्रियेण इत्येष वान्मयी पूजा श्रीमच्छङ्करपादयो यदक्षरं परं भ्रष्टं मात्रहीनं च यद्भते पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 रत्ने कल्पितमासनं हिमजले स्नानं च देव्यं परं नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदा मूडाङ्कितं चन्दनं जातिचम्पकबिल्वपत्ररचितं पुष्पं च धूपं तपः दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यताम् सौवर्णेन वरत्नखण्डरचिते पात्रे घृतं पायसं भक्ष्यं पञ्चविधं पयोदधीतं रम्भाफलं पानकम् शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरखण्डोज्ज्वलं ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं Vaja Prabhu Svikuru Chatram Chamarayor Yugam Vyajanakam Shadarshakam Nirmalam Veena Bherim Mridanga Kalakala Geetam Chandritiyam Tatha Sashtangam Pranate Stutir Bahuvidha Yetat Samastam Maya Sankalpena Samarpitam Tava Vibho Pujam Kahana Prabhu Atma Tvam Girija Mate Sahachara Prana Shariram Graham Pujate Vishayo Pabhogarchana Nidra Samadhisite Sanchara Parayo Pradakshina Vidhi Stotrani Sarva Giro Yaryat Karma Karo Mitat Dakhilam Shambhutaparadhanam Karucharana Kritam Vak Kayajam Karmajam Vak Travananayana Jamba Manasam Vaparadham Vetama Vetamava Sarvametachamashva Jaya Jaya Karunabhe Tri Mahadev Shambhu Jaya Jaya Karunabhe Tri Mahadev Shambhu Gurudeva Amara Pyara Hey Jivan Ko Adhara Gurudeva ki hai अपार शक्ति जीवन को है मिलते स्फूर्ति नित्य मैल सब मन के पास है जीवन को आधार उनको अपना जीवन जानो तन मन धन सब उनको मानो वो ही लगावे पार गुरुदेव मरा प्यारा है जीवन को आधारा नित्यानंद शरण जो जावे Hey Jeevan ko Adhara. Gurudeva Amara Pyara Hey Jeevan ko Adhara. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And now we meditate in this silence. Namaskar everyone and welcome back. Hope you had a nourishing meditation. Here's where we end our day 35. And we look forward to you joining us for the Sri Guru Gita in the morning on day 36, Sunday. Thank you everyone. Have a blessed evening. Namaskar.